You can't always get a mask exactly like you need for your costume. So what do? You make your own. And that's exactly what I'm going to do in this £5 cosplay challenge. The rules of the £5 cosplay challenge are really simple. Rule number 1. You only have £5 to spend, and you have to spend that in a pound shop. Rule number 2. You do not need to spend all of that money. And rule number 3. You can use anything else you have lying around the house. So let's get started. To make this mask, you're going to need some craft foam. I got a packet of 10 sheets in my local pound shop, and each of these sheets should be big enough for one mask. So you get plenty to practice on just to make sure you get it right. Craft foam was all I had to buy for this project. I already own everything else that I need, but just in case you don't, here's a list. You're going to need a pencil or a pen to draw with, some scissors or a craft knife to cut things out, and in order to shape the mask, we're going to need a heat source. You could use a hairdryer or a heat gun. I have a heat gun, so I'm going to use that. And that's it. That is literally all you need to make this project. In order to use the project, we're going to have to break the rules slightly, because to stick this onto your face, you're going to need some of this spirit gum. You're not going to find this in your pound shop. This is a costuming supply. You can buy this in costume shops or on the internet. I got this bottle on eBay for £3, and since it's technically still less than £5 total spend, I'm letting myself cheat here and include it in the total price for the build. First, you need to work out the size and shape that you want your mask to be. In order to get it to fit, you're going to either have to measure the space between your eyes or use an existing mask that fits you as a template. I already have this mask, so I'm going to use this. Spread it out flat on top of the foam. Now it doesn't have to go right down, just make sure the space between the nose and the eyes fits. And make a few marks. Now I'm going to draw the entire eye here just to give me a guide to work with. And I'm going to mark the top of the brows. And the space under the nose. You can draw around the whole thing if you want, or you can make up your own pattern. Once you have your template on the foam, you can adjust the design to fit whatever style of mask that you want it to be. You don't have to draw the entire mask, you can just draw one side and then we can fold it in half and cut it so that it matches exactly on both sides. Once you've done that, it's time to start working on the eyes. You can use scissors or a craft knife for this. If you're going to use scissors, just fold it in half and give it a slight nip in the middle, and then work on the edge. Once you've cut out the first eye, fold it in half again and draw around to get an exact replica of the first eye hole. Then cut out the second eye. Once you've done that, check to make sure it fits and you can see through the eye holes properly before continuing. Once you're happy with the shape of your mask, it's time to start forming it to your face. For this, you will need a hairdryer or a heat tool. With a little bit of heat, the craft foam becomes much more pliable, and once it cools down it will hold the shape that you put it into. instead of being just completely flat like this. So we're going to start on the bridge of the nose because it's one of the most important parts. You want to keep your heat tool or hairdryer moving so you're not holding it in one place too long, because that might burn the foam. And once you've got it warmed up and it starts to soften, you're going to use your own face as a mold. You're going to put it onto your face and hold it until it cools. Always test the temperature of the foam with your fingers first before putting it anywhere near your face, because you do not want to accidentally burn yourself. Please be very careful. Once it's soft, position on your face where you want it and press and hold. Once it cools, you'll have you should be able to see it against the contrast of my shirt. The mask will no longer be flat and it will have some facial shape in the middle. Once you've got that section done, work on the rest of the mask one bit at a time and keep doing the same thing. Heat it up, press it on your face and hold. For the side of your face, to get the proper contours for your cheekbones, hold very tightly until it is completely cool. As you can see, this side is still very, very flat, but this side, you can see the shape of my cheekbone and eye socket. I'm happy with this so far. Now at this point, if the foam isn't the colour that you want your mask to be, it's time to paint it. I've used spray paint on mine to get an even finish, but you can also use acrylic paint and a brush. But before you can paint it, you have to prime it with PVA glue. You'll need 2 or 3 coats of this. It helps stop the foam from absorbing too much paint. Once your mask is complete, it's ready to wear. You can attach elastic to it and wear it like a normal mask. Or if you want to use spirit gum like I suggested for this style of mask, there are lots of tutorials here on YouTube that give you all the best directions on how to apply it. So there we go, one custom superhero mask that is fitted perfectly to our face for less than £5. Challenge complete. If you've enjoyed this video, please hit the like button, share your thoughts with us in the comment section below, and subscribe for more videos from the Big Glasgow Comic page.